Now in this segment, I'd like to show you how to diagram the actual dimensions of your drawings here. Because I'm using this graph paper and I do have a scale from 1 to 2, and I'm using a very simple object with very uniform units here, it's really not that necessary for this drawing, but it is a good practice because it is very obvious what the measurements should be, and to get used to knowing how to draw where the measurements go and everything is very important. So to start off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with my front view, and I'm going to give the largest measurements from top to bottom, left to right, and I'll put that on my front view as shown here, okay? So to do this, I'm going to create a line that extends past the object, but it doesn't touch the object, okay? So for instance here, when I'm going to draw a line right here, it's going to rest right on the same line. It comes close to, so that the person viewing this knows that it is talking about the line that's going to be right next to it. But it doesn't actually touch the drawing, so that there's no confusion that this line is not part of the drawing. This line is part of the measurement system. So again, over here, this will be the bottom edge of it. And to draw this, I put an arrow in between. And then I'll use my ruler to draw a line. But of course, I'm going to have to leave an open segment in the middle here to actually do the measurement. So right here, I will open it up. You can do this by just not drawing the line in between here. So I could stop right there and then start over there and leave an open gap so that I can write in that this is actually 3 units large. Okay, so it's 3 units, and although I'm not counting the blocks on my page because I'm to scale, I want to show what in actuality these measurements are, okay? So again, I'll extend these lines right here. I can make a line that goes across, but then breaks, like so. I will draw an arrow showing from this edge to that edge. It is 2 units, okay? And those are the largest measurements that I'm showing here. Now, I could draw lines here to show that this is 2 units right here, although it's probably best if I use it here because it's very obvious over here that there is a clear-cut line and not so obvious on my front picture. So I'll use my right picture to demonstrate that view right here. Draw my lines, they extend over but not touching. I will make a line here for my measurement to go in between, leaving a gap. Make my arrows and say 2 units right there. The key to this is making sure that every block or every angle here is demonstrated and shown. However, I don't have to redraw this measurement here because the lines show that it is an extension of this. So if I were to draw a light line like this, you would see that from here to here is the same. So I don't have to measure it out over here again because the drawing is, I have on the right hand side, I have that measurement already. However, I don't have this measurement here, this single block measurement, and I could do it on either one here, although this is a little bit more obvious. So I will choose to do my measurement over here and draw my arrows with the lines and then put in my number here for that measurement there. So I have this one, this one, this one. I have this unit right here. And then, of course, I do need to do some measurements on my top view because it's not obvious how deep this goes in between these two right here. So to demonstrate that, I will have to say that it is 1 unit right here. Again, my lines come close to, but don't actually touch my drawing to lessen the confusion. Okay, so I have 1 block here, and I can also show that the total depth of this is 2 blocks, because that is not showing anywhere else on my isometric or my orthographic view here. So I will have to show this one. So basically, and then I can deduce that this is 1 block here because this is 2 full, so I can do my subtraction and figure out that this is 1 block as well without over labeling everything that I see here. Okay, there's one measurement that I'm missing, and that is the bottom measurement right here. I don't think that is going to be demonstrated on any other view, okay, because I have this one, but I'm really not measuring this one here. Okay, so let's draw that one right there again. And if these, if your titles get in the way, you can move them down. Just try to be as clean as possible when you're doing your drawings. Okay, so now I believe that I have every angle here and every measurement that I would need. Anything else that corresponds, you see I didn't measure this line right here because I measured it over here. I didn't measure this line right over here because I measured it over here, and you could tell that that is an extension of the same shape. So that is how we can roughly diagram the measurements of our orthographic view.